In this video, we're going to talk about how combining a story stock, something that we may like the product of or like the story behind the company, and technical analysis to make sure that we have a place for entry, a place for stop losses, a place for profit targets. We're using technical analysis to confirm our story, and we are waiting until both of those things line up. Because I hear from traders all the time about technical versus fundamental analysis. Like there's some sort of at odds things that have to battle. Myself, I generally don't use fundamental analysis, but I've been off for the last 2 weeks, and that's why this is the first video on the channel since then. The I was off because we have had a new baby. So as we're buying things for the baby, I am bought one of these owlet socks that we had for our first child that are expensive. And I remember how much we enjoyed the product last time because it gives us peace of mind about Charlie at that time sleep and now for Mila. As always, the trader, the moment I'm spending a lot of money with a company and I enjoy their product, I want to see if I can make some of that money back by maybe owning some of their stock. And I want to just walk through that process with you guys and talk about how it's not necessarily the story and it's not necessarily the chart, but for those who are interested, you can combine both. Now, if you want more about how to kind of build a trading plan like this, go to statsedgetrading.com. We have a trading plan course there. Link in the description below. I go over in detail how to incorporate a lot of these things. Now, without further ado, let's get into it here and we'll just start with what is this product. So you can see there, it's a sock. We're not a tech review channel here or a lifestyle channel, but I bought this thing and I bought it now twice. And you can see if you go to the price of it, it is $500 Canadian. That's with just the sock. We bought the camera as well. That's another $200. So you can see I've given this company a lot of money. So I want to say, hey, can I get some of it back? So as always, you load up trade ideas here. Link in the description below. Use Stats Edge for 15% off on this. You can just type here and you can go into outlet. You can actually even try, you can do a lot of this for free on the site by opening a free account. And you'll start to see a couple things right away. Now, we're looking at this from kind of an investment standpoint, a long-term point of view, which just means I have to move myself. I'll stay over here. Let's go to, I don't know, say a weekly chart, and you can see obviously not what you want to see. This is going to be a split adjusted price, but down from say $74 a share all the way to $3. Right, that's a split adjusted price that's occurred there. So absolutely got murdered. So quick research, you can go down below and you can take a look at the news and scroll through here on the news, but I've already brought it up here. And I guess what happened is they had to recall these in the US. I'm in Canada, so it didn't affect me. But they had to recall these in the US because of some FDA troubles. That in and of itself is a good reason to kind of maybe avoid it if they're in troubles with the FDA. And this was done November 2021. So we're talking, wow, really early on, even in through here. But again, you can see this massive drop that occurred all the way down here, again, to $3 a share, while the company wasn't able to sell anything or make any money. But recently, if we go in and take a look at the FDA approved their pulse oximeter right now. So now this is an FDA approved one, and that seemed to have happened. Where's the article? November of 2023. So now we're talking kind of in this area right here. So the price really hasn't moved too much since this clearance, but if you guys watch my video on stage analysis, and if you haven't, go to YouTube and search for Michael Nauss stage analysis. You'll find it there. Or if you're already on the channel, just look back a couple videos. It looks like this stage 3 decline may be over, and we may be going into this stage 1 accumulation. But still, no reason for me to buy that I necessarily can see. Looking at the daily chart, again, you can see a big downtrend here on the daily chart, zooming in as well. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with me saying I like the company, I like the product, But now I just need to look at some areas and build up a trading plan around that and then have the patience to wait for this. If this is going to go back to its all-time highs of $74 a share, then I should be okay with waiting. So a couple things that I'm watching on this name is, one is just this resistance here at $7. Got to $7 way back here, and this looks like this was the approval, and then it tried again over here. So it's tried $7 twice. So the easiest way would be to go into Trade Ideas, set a price alert, and say, hey, alert me when it reaches $7 a share. Set out that alert and then wait. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with, if you want to be a story trader or invest in things that you like, just having all these alerts out and writing up little, Google Docs on why you wanted to buy it and at what price you wanted to buy it from. Earnings at May 9th may be interesting now that they're allowed to sell their product again. But I just wanted to show that you can use technical analysis on top of whatever it is you want to use as a product or whatever it is that you think of as a company. You can use technical analysis to help you there. So for example, say I just wanted to just draw a basic downtrend line. I could say, I'm going to buy a little bit if it gets through this downtrend line. I'm going to put my stop at new lows, and maybe I'm going to give myself 2 or 3 kicks at the can here to see if it breaks a downtrend line. If I pick some up and put out a stop, then again, if I think this is going to be a good company and a good product for the long run, then this little bit that I'm risking here and this little bit that I'm waiting for here, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So I hope this helps to say, I don't want to really, I don't use really fundamental analysis very often, but I just wanted to show that it doesn't mean that either of these ways of looking at the market are bad. There's nothing wrong with saying, I like the company, I like the product, here is the company, I'm going to buy it. What I would argue is you should take that and use that as a starting point and then start to apply things like technical analysis and fundamentals and things like that on top of your idea to make sure you're not one of those people like someone who owns AMC or Bed Bath and Beyond to zero and you don't have an exit point. If technical analysis can do nothing else as a discipline, if it's the only thing that you use technical analysis for, I believe that risk management is that thing. It will save you in the long run from any sort of, I'm just going to buy it and hold it to zero. You have a plan to get in at a certain price. You have a plan to get out at a certain price. So again, just a quick video while I'm kind of getting my feet wet, getting my sea legs back in the market, back to weekend of market wrap-ups this weekend. So make sure you stay tuned for that, where I'll be going over everything I've missed in the market over the last 2 weeks. It should be a pretty detailed video of what I think of Bitcoin, Forex, all of those things. So check those out. Make sure you're subscribing and liking wherever you're seeing this, and I will talk to you soon.